Origin Energy, gas producer, electricity generator, energy retailer and renewable energy company, is the epitome of the so-called gentailer. In other words, it's totally vertically integrated. Origin's underlying profit in the last financial year was up 30% to $407 million. It almost doubled its final dividend to 16.5 cents a share. But Origin is right in the middle of the debate about gas shortages, largely through its 27.5% stake in Australia Pacific LNG, which produces gas from Gladstone and has a choice to ship it overseas or divert it into the local market. Today I spoke with Origin CEO Frank Calabria for Business Weekend.
Well, certainly we haven't been flying in the electricity business, to be clear, but in the case of the gas business, there's no doubt that we've benefited from the higher oil and gas prices that have occurred through APLNG. But what that does mean is that we do need to make sure that the supply of energy that goes through this energy transition, we do it as smoothly as possible, because we've seen events this year where coal-fired generation wasn't available when it was needed, and therefore it's drawing on gas-fired generation. The high commodity prices therefore drive a high cost of energy production, and that flows through to customers on a lag basis, I should say. That's why it's critically important in our view that we've got to have a reliable existing power system while we continue to build out the new lower emissions power system. And we've got to do that smoothly, otherwise it produces poor outcomes for customers.
Okay, so let's go to gas, because the ACCC says there could be a 10% shortfall of gas supply next year. You say that the gas business has gone very well. Some would argue that is because the spirit of the agreement with the Turnbull government was not honoured by more gas going overseas and not enough coming into the domestic supply.
Look, there's never been a shortfall in the gas market, and the LNG projects have continued to provide gas to the market. In our case, APLNG is providing about 150 petajoules a year, so it's a significant amount of gas that we're providing to the domestic market.
So just explain that shortfall. There's no shortfall, you say. The ACCC says there is a shortfall.
Well, there's not been a shortfall to date, right. And even next year, the shortfall only occurs if I think in their report they state 167 petajoules that's uncontracted finds its all the way offshore, right, and none of it finds its way domestically. I think, however, the report highlights that domestic market still needs gas to be provided to it, and it also highlights that what we saw this year is that if gas-fired generation is called upon in those winter periods, it will need to make sure we've got gas available in the market. I'm confident there won't be a shortfall. Nevertheless, it will be the projects that have those discussions with the Minister around the ADGSM and the heads of agreement to give the confidence that that gas is made available.